right, so first off, the only non-Marvel news we really have this week is that they have found their director for Star Trek 3. Because we all know J.J. Abrams jumped ship to a much better franchise called Star Wars.
Excuse me?
A much better franchise called Star Wars.
You know what? Just do go on. Anyway, so hopefully we'll get a better Star Trek movie this time. It's not the franchise's fault. It's that J.J. Abrams wanted to be making a Star Wars movie the whole time, and he got stuck with Star Trek, so everybody suffered, mostly the fans.
I think the movies are just fine, but the director he's the one who made Attack of the Block. His name is Joe Cornish. Have you seen Attack of the Block?
I actually haven't.
It was one of the most amazing, fun movies. It's about these little kids that kind of in an impoverished part of town and an alien invasion happens. And the aliens are like shadows with glowing teeth, and it's awesome. They're trying to fight back. And so he's going to bring this really good sensibility of good storytelling and good character development.
Fewer lens flares.
Which my question is, if he does the glow-in-the-dark aliens, will their teeth have lens flares? Because I think that would just be hilarious, you know?
I'm actually looking forward to this. I think it's going to be great to get a different director in there, someone that actually hopefully likes the franchise and appreciates it. I also really, desperately, seriously, who owns the rights to this? We need Star Trek back on television where it belongs.
Paramount owns it.
Paramount, by the way, darlings, there's a ton of other science fiction out there. Give it to us in televised form.
It'll be on the CW. Would you watch it then?
Oh, my eyes might start bleeding if that happened.
All right, so enough with the sci-fi. We're going to go straight into the big Marvel news of the week. So next up is did you know Stan Lee had his own comic company outside of Marvel? And he does this comic book called The Mighty Seven, which apparently he plays himself, and he's suffering creative block.
As he does in everything.
And these aliens crash land, and there's 2 police and 5 prisoners, and he has to get them to form a team so that he can make comics about it. Well, they're turning it into an animated series or a movie. I'm not really sure which one, but it kind of looks like Ben 10, but he's got this awesome voice cast, including Christian Slater, Armie Hammer, Sean Astin, and just this whole
I hope they do it. I hope they do it as an animated film, because a lot of these people have done a lot of voice work. They've done voice work for other comics as well, or for cartoons rather, and they will have a blast with it. I'm hitting a fatigue point. Like, I'm getting a little bit of superhero burnout already. I think it would work much better as an animated feature.
Well, the trailer's out there. You can go take a look at it, and I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah. Speaking of burnout, with the huge number of live-action superhero things out there, hey, Netflix, guess who figured out that we've not only got a whole bunch of non-Marvel mutants? No?
We're getting to that.
Am I getting ahead of myself?
Yeah, we're getting to that. So next up, Ben Kingsley. We all remember him as the Mandarin, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we do.
However, he is not going to be in a Marvel one-shot. So everyone's guess is, are they going to fix the whole Mandarin problem? Because he's in the one-shot.
There are so many things to fix there.
It is quite a bit to fix.
Yeah.
But hopefully this one-shot will be able to kind of fix it to where it needs to be. Because, let's face it, Iron Man 3 was bad.
Yeah.
It was just bad.
And it's not the fault of the actors. I mean, you still had a fantastic cast with that, but, that script.
So we're going to see what happens. Maybe he's the real Mandarin. Maybe he's not. Maybe they're going to bring in a real Mandarin to kind of fix the problems. We'll see. So another show that's having problems right now is the S.H.I.E.L.D. show. It started off with a great kick, and you were right.
Thank you.
You were completely right. The problem is people don't feel like this show involves a superhero universe.
Because it doesn't.
So they're going to try to fix that by incorporating what just happened in Thor in next week's episode. And they're starting to say they're going to do more superhero things, but the show's crashing and burning at this point in time.
I feel so bad about this. I've mentioned this to you before. When the new shows came out, it was like, what's going to be great? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What's going to suck balls?
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow. And
you
know what?
Sleepy
it's
Hollow.
The exact reverse. Sleepy Hollow is just fun to watch, whereas Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm doing it out of, I don't know, some sort of misguided loyalty to Joss Whedon.
It's definitely misguided loyalty.
And it's getting to be painful to watch.
So, in an effort to fix the TV series, we're going to go to what Chris Rachel teased at earlier. Netflix and Marvel have made a deal.
I think this is fascinating, because the Netflix and Marvel deal is for 4 different shows, and they're all non-superhero shows.
Yes, and they're all going to lead up to an epic miniseries about the Defenders. So everything takes place in Hell's Kitchen, and I cannot wait.
I've always got mixed feelings on these things, because on the one hand, as our Pocky mentioned earlier, you've got a whole bunch of guys that are basically doing martial arts. That's going to help you keep the budget down. This is Netflix after all. But when I'm tuning into something that says Marvel on it, I want to see some superheroes. That's what I'm there for. If I want to see some action films, I'll go watch some of the awesome things coming out of Hong Kong. This is not what I'm looking for from Marvel. I understand that the problem is Fox owns all the good stuff.
I say we just wait and see what happens.
They're putting Luke Cage and sorry,
Yeah.
Iron Fist and Luke Cage in separate things. No, those two flavors should go together as it's meant to be in the comics.
I'm excited because I do like the Netflix series. They actually put a good amount of effort into
They really
them.
do. Like Orange is the New Black was in fact fantastic.
Great show. So we'll see how that happens and how that will maybe affect the Marvel TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and maybe
If
make
they
it.
could just get the rights to the mutants back, if they could just get everything that Fox owns and be able to integrate that, we would have some really fantastic programming. I think the problem with all of the shows right now is they're having to work around what properties they do and don't own. And you know what? These have always been the second and third tier properties.
They have been, so they own them.